Hey guys, it is me, Kisame Unlimited.
And I am Banters Prime, the Slifer Slacker himself, but you can call me the Green Lantern. I mean Pika.
Well, speaking of Green Lantern, would you be interested in my treasure? My three blue eyes. You're like, I thought you would never bring that up.
He told me we're not going to talk about that anymore.
Alright, in this video, we're going to be tackling what makes Yu-Gi-Oh! Players lose interest in this game. So if you guys
saying
would
that
like...
made me lose interest.
Makes Yu-Gi-Oh! Players lose interest. I feel like a lot of players in this game, I feel like I have my reasons, and I kind of didn't want to pitch them to you until we were filming, so we can get on into this. I have some mine too, yeah. Alright, so if you guys would like to see more monthly topics, I tackle one big discussion video per month. So if you guys would like to see another, monthly topic next month, don't forget to like the video. It's greatly appreciated. Comment below. Follow everything. Subscribe to his channel. And now I'm going to get on into the topic. I personally believe that the two biggest reasons for why people lose interest in the game is decks being nerfed and I think horrible formats. They're more serious people than my kind. So I feel like, for people that invest in the game and invest to win and have their deck just get flip-flopped and they lose basically, which pretty much happens in most format types games. But when it happens in Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Can get very stagnant at times. People could be like, this game is very boring right now. It's the same 2-3 best decks, and it's the same kind of one-trick pony kind of method. It gets very boring and very repetitive, and a lot of people lose interest in the game. And I feel like that's why people are like, buy and leave. I feel like personally when it comes to a deck being nerfed, let's just say if I spend $300-400 and my deck got nerfed and all my cards got like shit on and they lost like a majority of their value, I would be very like... I'd be very, all over the place with this game. I would be very aggravated. For me, I'm a casual player. So for me, I never really have to worry as a casual player of my shit really leaving. I feel like my shit, always stays. So for me, I never have to really worry about that. And as for horrible formats, I have to admit, there are times where the game is so fucking boring. Even right now, I'm not crazy about the format. I don't care really about what's good. So for me, it's and a lot of the things, I'm so kind of disinterested with the game at the moment because of what the meta decks are. I just don't really feel like facing them because I feel like they're so overpowered. So I literally just say casual players only, and I use my casual deck against other casual players. I appreciate the meta if I'm in a meta mood. However, I'm rarely ever in a meta mood, so for me it's because for a fact, you see me use Altergeist, it's a lot of the time, that's not my go-to deck to use.
No, you barely use it.
Yeah, so, but, those are my opinions why I feel like people lose interest in the game. So what about you?
Well, for me, I really think it's kind of similar to what you say. I do think that there are people who see the change in Yu-Gi-Oh! And are like, I'm done, because people just hate change.
That is true.
People hate change. It's just such a common thing of life. I see so many people comment, on Underground videos or other videos being like, I quit when Synchros came out. It's like, motherfucker, that was years ago. Synchros were not that fucking confusing. I was 10 years old when Synchros came out, and I understood how to play them. They're not that fucking confusing. They're really not. They're very simple. Maybe you could be I think maybe also people quit maybe when the game gets way too fast.
Yeah, I could see that.
Because I think, some people get so used to, a level, and they just don't have fun with the current speed anymore, or they're so acclimated to a certain speed. I think you and I are still kind of, in the speed zone of, the XYZ era. I don't think we've ever left.
Yeah, well, I don't know if the subscribers may know this, but I'm a fucking XYZ master. It's hard for me to want to go from
XYZ scum.
I don't want to go from an XYZ master to a pendulum newbie. I'd rather keep
academia will destroy you.
I don't want to be called a Link nobody. No, XYZ master.
I do think it's also what you say is if certain decks get nerfed, if their favorite decks get hit, it becomes pointless. Because, I can't personally relate to that because I can always adapt to new stuff too. But, and I always try and find a way to make old decks work even if they don't exactly live up to what they used to be. But I mean, I understand the sentiment of like putting a lot of effort into something you actually really like and not being able to play it. Like, what if you played that deck because it's the playstyle that got you into the game and that's what you like doing? Like, you could find something similar, but maybe it would be the same. I do. I don't know. It's sort of hard to say because there's so many variables, you know, like so many people are different.
Yeah, there's still a lot of. I mean, people could just not have the money. People could just lose interest in the game. Like for me, it's like I remembered I liked all the Yu-Gi-Oh animes up until like Zexal came out because I watched the original Yu-Gi-Oh GX and 5D, and then when Zexal came out, I lost interest, but however, I loved the mechanic of XYZ summoning, so for me, I was always still somewhat interested in the game. Then they made Arc V, and it was the opposite effect. I really didn't care about pendulums, but I loved the anime. Let's just say, for me, I always feel like there's something for me to gravitate in Yu-Gi-Oh! However, that could be a thing that not someone has. Like, maybe they could just be like, I don't like this one thing, so fuck it. I'd rather play Dark Souls. I'd rather play fucking, like, Fallout. Fortnite player. Play Smash. Play Overwatch. All you need is Winston. Fuck it, I'm a Bastion. It's like... He's a scrub and I'm an idiot. So he's a scrub and for me the only way you don't.
Our fucking tagline: a scrub and an idiot.
A scrub and an idiot. And you see, for me, I always win because the way to win is not to play. Because I don't.
All right. But yeah, my whole thing, the point I was gonna make, or a point I want to make is, I think another big part is people might be tied down to friends who play the game.
Yes, you have a lot of people that lose interest in the game. If you have no one to play with, you don't really give a fuck. See,
exactly, because when I was a kid, I was one of the few people who stayed into Yu-Gi-Oh! I got out of it around when GX left, mostly because I was mad about, GX not finishing, and I was being pissy at 5Ds because of it. But when I got back into 5Ds, no one I knew played Yu-Gi-Oh! Anymore. Nobody. And it took meeting you to find people like online who played Yu-Gi-Oh! Because no one around me ever played Yu-Gi-Oh! Again. It was like, oh no, we did that when we were kids, we don't care anymore. And we were all, the grown-up age of 13.
You can't be 13 and play Yu-Gi-Oh! You have to be fucking babes.
I love how I said 10 earlier, and now I'm saying 13 because I traveled through time, you see. But
obviously, I'm celibate.
This is a war. But yeah, no, because, I think that was a big part of it, because I quit Yu-Gi-Oh! Before I met you, and then I met you, and I got back into it. Yeah. Well, I kind of got back into it for 5Ds, but I got really back into it when I met you. And we quit for, a solid year, because the game sped up too fast for us, and it got to a point where everything about it, the community was overwhelming, there's so much change going on, it just happens, I do think a toxic community is also a big part of it. Because the Yu-Gi-Oh! Community sucks ass. Yeah.
Yeah, people that will steal your shit. People that fucking smell like, oh, holy hell. You'll have people that will do whatever it takes. Whatever it takes to win. Whatever. But it's just like the moral is that I've come... I feel like I come from a place where I've lost interest, you have lost interest, Spidey's lost interest, and everyone watching this video, I don't believe that there's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Player that's been around from the start to finish where they can't say that there's been a time where they lost interest in this game. And I feel like it's all based off, how you view Yu-Gi-Oh! For me, it's I'm a full-fledged player where I feel like I've been around from the beginning all the way up until now, and I've seen Yu-Gi-Oh! With all its changes. Not every change was needed, not every change I like, not every change is good. However, Yu-Gi-Oh! Does something, they put something in the water that keeps
pull you back in
to keep me sitting here making a fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Video about it. They put something in the water. I don't know what kind of furry balls they put in this water, but they
balls in the sky.
But they do something. So I don't know why, but I'm still someone that's a fan of this game. I love this game, even though it pisses me off. So that's basically my point. This video has lingered longer than it should have, but yeah, that's my opinion.
If you guys have your reasons for why you've quit or come back, tell us why in the comments.
They're gonna comment
what your thoughts are.
They're gonna comment. They're like, I never lost interest. Who the fuck are you?
I've never lost a game ever in my life. I'm perfect.
Like, that narcissism should only come from one person, and that person is me. So, yeah, I hope you guys will enjoy this video. I love how now my son fucking, like, decides to... Yeah, keyword, my son.
Your son?
My son
Your
decides
son.
to, like,
Your
shine.
son.
My son decided to shine.
Savannah. Why are we doing all this Disney shit today?
I don't know. So, yeah, I hope you guys will enjoy this video. Like the video if you haven't already. Comment below. Subscribe to this channel. I am Kisame. Have a great day. Better tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Get your game on.
Adios!